I mean, I think it sounds great. I mean, I only really listened to it a couple of weeks ago. For the first time, really. You know, and I don't know whether it's kind of because I'm in a similar headspace now, because we've just been finishing a new record, but I just compared the two together, and it's kind of like it's definitely both the new one and the old one, both us, so it's kind of it makes me smile, really.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it's good. It's very very youthful. We're like 21 years old when we made it, and you can tell, and but the commitment and the kind of energy and you could really tell that we had beliefs, and I think. Well, from Some Friendly, I mean, Flower is a standout track. I mean, I think it's really classic, and I don't know why we've stopped playing it. But I also we because we were really quite young and we were experimenting even on the first record. Really, I think like Polar Bear didn't really come out as well as we all thought it could have. And playing that, over the last couple of weeks has just been really great because it just sounds so fresh, and it just sounds like a single, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, on the first album, it was a lot of kind of Manchester music, Joy Division, I suppose Smiths, in a way. Obviously, I don't know whether it was an influence really, but it was just something you couldn't ignore, But I was really into the Byrds, and I was really quite into there's a band called Rain Parade. It's actually they're from LA. It's considered it was a scene called the Paisley Underground scene, and I was really into that. Rain Parade, Let's Active. Actually, the Bangles were a very early version of the Bangles, but they were quite hot as well. Yeah. So that kind of like. At the beginning, I was quite into it. I was kind of there for the moment, It's kind of, it's great. Being in a band, something I always wanted to do. I believe that music really was everything. I mean, I still do, but now I've kind of like hopefully picked up a few tricks and a few, and now I think I've probably took on other people's influences, but kind of made them my own, and then the next album becomes a new leap. Again, you take on something else, and you've already developed quite a lot as well. But then there's a freshness on the first album that can never be replicated. It's kind of sequenced. From the last album. So the last album finished with a song called This Is the End. This album, the first track on it is called Love Is Ending. So it's kind of like almost like two joined. It's almost like two joints. That's not really. It's almost like it's joined together, really. Or that's how it begins. Yeah. So it kind of begins from where we left off,
right.
And then it goes on what we hope will be a musical journey.
Yeah.
And goes into places that we've never really been on before. I think lyrically, it's really, it's quite in your face, really.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so this time. I mean, I think what we did was really great, and. I just think it was like such a shock, But I think that I just don't know whether if everyone, obviously if everyone does it, then it's not a shock. And I think what it did was actually, it got people talking, again. You know, it got the whole of like the record industry in in London, for definite, we're all having meetings the moment we announced it. You know, it's like, what are we going to do about this? This is like, it's gonna, you know, we've really got to get our heads together and work out something. But you know, I'm convinced. You know, I know that we'll be giving something away. We won't be giving the whole album away, but we'll be giving something away for free.
Fantastic.